Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Weatherman's calling for rain, so I'm going to try and get as much done as I can. We'll see where we go from there. Now, caulk is not called for in the drawing, but I'm looking at this tube and I'm thinking rain can come up despite my best efforts. So I'm better off sealing this tube so I don't get water underneath it, causing a rust situation. Even though it's galvanized, over time, sitting on concrete, concrete's caustic. And will eventually react with galvanized. This paper is kind of slippery. I'll have to be careful I don't do a splits on it, because that's not a way I like doing things. This all gets hidden behind the siding. So I don't have to be too paranoid about getting it in places I don't really want it seen, because, like I say, siding's going to cover it. I have to watch out for these things up here. I got the hat shape sitting on the railing there, and that's a good way to poke my eye. I'm going to seal the concrete floor. I bought the sealer yesterday. So I can seal the floor later this week. Now the idea that I have is it's supposed to be hot and dry the rest of the week. And I would like that. I would be able to do some of this work in the hot and dry. Now why am I caulking up this tube? Because earwigs, the little buggers, are everywhere. And I get entirely tired of having them around. They don't really bite. I mean, they look like they got some wicked stingers on the back, but those evidently are just something they use in mating struggles. But they're nasty, ugly little buggers, and they crawl into everything. You don't want them in your food. You don't want them into your clothes, and that's where they seem to want to be. Anywhere that's dark and they can gather. And as I was driving the screws in all this tubing, they were just raining out of these joints. Just plopping out all over the place. And I said, you know what? Before I put the siding up, I'm going to seal off all this stuff so I don't have to fiddle with them. Because you know I hate fiddling. Okay. That's got this side done. All caulked and ready for the... Oh, I got a couple of tubes I got to caulk. A lot easier to do it now than it is after I get the sheet metal put on. It may not look neat or perfect, but if it keeps the darn things out of my building, it'll be time and money well spent. The last thing I need is a huge colony of earwigs. Time spent doing this may not seem like it's worthwhile, but I can do it now. Once the sheet metal's up, I won't be able to reach these holes. So I would much rather not have to deal with them. Step. A little spot here on the tube that lets you cut the tip off. Works quite nicely. Saw that in a video or a handbook or something years ago, and decided that was a good thing to have. There we go, now I can see. There. Got that cocked up. Nice having this handrail right here. Gives me something to pull myself up on. Old knees and all, you know. This hatch-shaped channel gets stuck together and doesn't want to separate very easily. But I figured out that this clamp does a good job of persuading that it wants to go my way. Having a ratchet clamp down there so I can hold it up in place while I put the screw in makes a big difference in how easy it goes. Okay, see if I can get this thing up here. Where I want it to be. Get over on the other side, I might try a different way of doing it. But I'm almost finished here. And I think this will be good enough. There, that's going to hold it. Bottom one on. Go. Get that off of there so it doesn't scratch the door. Nope, that's about 1/8 of an inch too long. Well, I'm not going to mess it up now, not when it's so easy to fix. Let's take it in and cut another 1/8 of an inch off of it, and we'll be good. I can see I got to draw these up a lot tighter too. These screws here are just horrible. Those panhead screws that they sell with this thing are just junk. And Menards doesn't have any more panhead screws. Not that I'm upset. I bought 2-inch sheet metal screws, number 12s, and I'll just pre-drill them and put them in there. I don't need self-tapping. Self-tapping is kind of a pain in the neck, actually. Okay, put that screw back in there so I don't lose it. Go cut this one down a little bit so it'll fit. And get the drills so I can pre-drill this thing and put the sheet metal screws in it. Solve this whole door and this whole wall problem right now. Be ready to go. Then I can put the J channel around the door itself and hopefully be ready to move forward. Because I'm thinking the siding goes, the 10-foot siding, it ought to go up fairly easy. Now, probably going to rain on me before I get to it. But I got to tell you, I'm a lot closer now than I was this morning when I walked out here. A lot closer. Gaining a little bit every minute. Even if it's just coming up with an idea. Now, why am I picking up all my tools since I'm going to be right back? Well, it might start raining in the meantime. And if I do this, then I don't have to worry about having my tools get ruined. Awkward. Working this slow. This tarp doesn't bad against the rocks at all. So this is at best compromised. Good and tight. Makes things difficult when you do that. Okay. Oh, both same length. Just looks fine. Okay, got the lower sections caulked, got the beam caulked to the concrete. jackknife, that's good. Battery's about gone, I gotta go get the pilot hole drill so I can start setting that 1.5-inch tube around the door. They call it a nailer strip, but of course there's no nails on this building. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to take care of this piece of galvanized here. Now I've seen these doors on the inside and the outside. Most of the doors opening in show up on the videos. Now on the blueprint it looks to me like it's on the outside because it's fastened to the nailing strip, but that puts the hinges on the outside, and you don't want the hinges on the outside because all somebody's got to do is knock the pins out and lift the door off. So I have to make things work somehow or another with the stuff that I have. So we're just going to see how it ends up. But that'll be for another day.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.